What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks back with our daily Apple update video, ticker symbol AAPL, where we take a look at how Apple stock traded today, key levels of support and resistance that we are looking at moving into the future, and based on that, what we think Apple stock could do. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Apple are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me go ahead and hit record, and we'll get right into the video. So small red day, right, as we kind of expected to end the week. Actually not even close to as bad of a pullback as I thought we would have. Definitely thought we'd, kind of go a little bit lower, but not complaining, right? I'll take that. So let's take a look at how we traded. But before we do that, right, we want to cover, I've covered it kind of on a daily basis, but the Apple event coming up on in 4 days, April 20th. It's happening on this upcoming Tuesday. And what are we expecting in there, right? We're expecting potentially a new iPads. So, more powerful iPads. So the iPad Pro has been going for a little bit, but, we might see some updates there. New AirPods. This is not something that I think the previous articles had that I covered before, but we might be getting new AirPods. These are going to be like the normal AirPods, not the AirPods Pro. So that will be exciting as well if we see that. Remember that, we've seen a pretty big percentage growth on wearables with Apple, especially in the past year. So if we see that, that would be great as well. M1 powered Macs. So you guys know the new Apple chip that's being included in some of the new MacBooks, right? Being included in many more MacBooks, including I think a potential iMac, and then iOS 14.5. So great, things coming, if you will, but nothing that's like, I think, game changing, unless they kind of unveil something that we're not expecting, which typically doesn't happen for Apple. With that being said, let's take a look at how Apple stock traded today. Then we'll talk about key levels of support and resistance for Apple, and then we'll talk about the overall market and my thoughts there as well. So right out of the gate, right, we were pushing actually up in the pre-market towards the 135 level. For a quick second there, almost hit that 135, which, if you guys remember, now over the past 3 days, we've hit that 135 level only to get rejected. And then we went right back down, 133.28. Our level was 133.45, so about 17 cents or so. Tried to come up and then couldn't, and then for the rest of the day, we hung out below VWAP and then kind of pushed up into the close. So things that I like about today, the fact that, we did recover from kind of the low point. We made it to VWAP after kind of being below VWAP, 2 times, relatively below VWAP twice. And the good thing is, we did come back. The bad thing, obviously, is we had a little bit of a pullback, but that's, nothing close to kind of the gains we've seen over the past few days. This is the daily chart on Apple, you guys. We were catching this kind of bull pennant. We got it. We got that nice little breakout. Took us from the low took us from the 123s to kind of the mid 130s, and now we're in the $134.16 mark. So let's talk about future levels of support, future levels of resistance. So future level of support, which actually has held up nicely over the past few days, is this 133.45 level. And then below that, we got the 132.52 and the 131.45, right? So those have held up as decent levels of support, sometimes resistance too, as we were coming up against it. So if we do see more continued pullback, I would, kind of expect one of these levels to hold. If you guys remember from earlier this week, I was kind of hoping that we would hit that 130 level on that pullback, right? We called that last Friday. Monday, we did get a pullback, but we didn't go all the way down to 130 to kind of test that. Kind of wish we did. Give me a little bit more of a hope that we were ready to kind of move on. So I'm not saying that 130 could happen, but hopefully these kind of levels below hold up as support. On the upside, you take a look here, right? High of 135 2 days ago, high of 135 yesterday, high of 134.67. Almost hitting 135 in the pre-market today. So that 135 is going to be a tough level, I think, for us to break. If we get that, then 136.05 and then 138.43. are the 3 levels that I'm looking at on the upside to see where we get rejected. Look, we got the demo, or not the demo day, I'm mixing Palantir up now. We got the spring-loaded event coming up on Tuesday. Then we got the following week, we have earnings on 4/28. So next week and the following week, we got some catalyst events to lead up to. The one thing I want to talk about though is we are pretty darn close to overbought levels. You guys, that's why I'm kind of hesitant on, do we see a little bit of a run, or do we see a little bit of a consolidation / pullback period, right? So a couple scenarios that can happen, and come Monday we'll kind of know which one of these is happening. We could continue running up Monday, maybe a little bit Tuesday, and then pull back post event, sell the news. We could consolidate, pull up, maybe get some exciting stuff from the events, and that kind of shoots us up. Or, we consolidate for a little bit, the event happens, it's already been priced in, and then we maybe have a little bit of a run kind of late next week into earnings. So I'm not entirely sure which one of those is going to happen. The reason being, look, we're so over on the overbought side. We're in the RSI is kind of mid 63s. It gives me a little bit of I'm a little hesitant to say that we are for sure going to go up. So that's why. And the other thing is, if we take a look here, right, S&P hit another all-time high today, 417s, which, by the way, the S&P is overbought. It is at 74. It is overbought. It is going to pull back at some point. It could stay extended, but it's a matter of kind of when it pulls back, not if it pulls back, right? And as we talked about yesterday, if we take a look at, kind of some of these top holdings, right? Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, Google, they make up about 20% of the S&P 500. And since those stocks have been doing super well, the S&P 500 has been doing super well, right? Those kind of 5 or 6 stocks really make up 20% of the S&P 500. Which is why, a lot of stocks are struggling, but the S&P is still making new highs because of kind of the higher weighted volume of some of these other stocks. So S&P overbought, QQQs also getting to overbought, right? 67, pretty darn close to being overbought. Also making a new all-time high today. So the number of new all-time highs we're making on the indices, the amount we've kind of ran over the past week and a half, 2 weeks, that's what kind of gives me discomfort in saying this run will continue. I'm just being kind of careful here, right, on whether the run will continue or whether we see some kind of a pullback, right? Just got to be mentally prepared for all those pullbacks. Growth stocks have really taken a hit lately, so we might see a sector rotation sometime soon as well. But my job is to kind of put all the possibilities out there, and it's up to you on kind of how you want to manage your money from there on out. So that's what we're looking at, you guys. Still got my Apple shares, got their June call still, and then I think I rolled my covered call to $129 expiring next week. I think that was a flat roll, or maybe I paid like $5 or something very small. Set that order in, and it kind of hit, I think, yesterday. So got that 129 call. Obviously, I'm still deep in the money. My goal is to slowly roll out of it, or worst case, if it gets called away, then I'll be, looking to, wait for a pullback or maybe sell a short put to build my Apple position again. But yeah, that's all I had for you guys. As always, I'll make another video over the weekend, taking a look at the past week, as well as other videos over the weekend. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, that's all I had for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to my channel, comment down below what your thoughts on Apple are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.